Hare Krishna, Gaur Premanande, Srila Prabhupada ki. So in this session, I will tell you what I am doing. Actually, as I mentioned in class, like our activities should be rendered as service to Krishna, to Guru Krishna. And that way, in ISKCON, all our service should be rendered towards Srila Prabhupada, because we have become a part of his mission. ISKCON is Srila Prabhupada's creation of an institution, a society which is meant to fulfill the prediction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that this Krishna consciousness movement would spread all over the world, in every town and village. So, Prabhupada started this mission, and in an amazing way, from nothing, at the age of 70, Srila Prabhupada started. And we saw the most wonderful miracle is happening in this world. The whole situation was so impossible. Srila Prabhupada was 70 years old. And then he goes to America without any money, without any patronage, without any support, even without any assurance of where he was going to stay, what he was going to eat. There was no certainty, in total uncertainty. Srila Prabhupada went and he started this movement. And in 10 years' time, we saw the movement spread all over the world. Young American and European boys and girls dedicated themselves completely to help Srila Prabhupada and further his mission. It's an amazing thing, like the American boys and girls who had no connection with Vedic culture committed themselves completely to Srila Prabhupada's mission. And the result is, it spread all over the world within such a short time. In is done. And generally, after the disappearance of the founder of a spiritual institution, we find that it gradually disintegrates, falls apart. But Srila Prabhupada structured ISKCON in such a way that it started to grow, even after his disappearance. And we see whatever Srila Prabhupada did was exclusively, entirely for Krishna's purpose. Prabhupada didn't have any personal agenda. Prabhupada didn't have anything personal. He just everything for Krishna. And the result is growing, it's expanding. So just as Prabhupada served his spiritual master for all that he was doing due to his spiritual master's instruction, we also have to do everything now for Srila Prabhupada. And I had the good fortune of having the personal instruction for my service. At the very first meeting that I had with Srila Prabhupada, you translate my books into Bengali. I was very fortunate to receive that instruction. And so when the books were translated, mainly most of the major literatures, Chaitanya Charitamrita, when that to glorify Srila Prabhupada. Abhay Charan project was completed, then I got involved in Ujjain. And now that the devotees here are taking care of Ujjain, I had to think of something to do. So I embarked on another project now in America, in a place called Deland, a city. The name of the city is Deland, which is near Orlando, a very important city in America. And so, and it also happened just quite accidentally. Like last year I was the chairman of the GBC, and seeing the importance of cow protection, I wanted to help that ministry of cow protection. And I told one of my disciples to look for some land in the southern part of America where the weather is nice. And he came across this piece of land, 116 acres of land. And it was a Christian retreat center. That means the young Christians had the opportunity to go there, spend time in groups. So there were quite a few facilities already there. There was accommodation for about 120, large kitchen with dining hall, and a large hall where they used to have their programs, and a large swimming pool, and the land was on the bank of a lake, so very beautiful. So when I saw that place, I felt that we have to get it. And so now I got involved there. By Krishna's mercy, we got that land. It's a beautiful piece of land with so many facilities and so close to Orlando. From Orlando it takes, when there is no traffic, it takes about 45 minutes. And when there is traffic, it takes between 45 minutes to 1 hour, 15 minutes. And Orlando is the place where there is, it's a big tourist attraction because of Disney. The Disney World is there. Walt Disney first started the land, Disneyland, in California, near Los Angeles. So at the beginning, the project was not so big. But then he got this Disney World that is in Orlando. Much larger area, much larger presentation. And Orlando is another attraction for Orlando is that the weather there is so good that especially in winter, when northern part of America is freezing, the weather in Orlando is like spring. So a lot of people come there because of the weather, a lot of people come, even from America, a lot of people come there. And, or from all over the world, people actually come there for Disney. There is also Universal Studio. It's a big area where they show you how they shoot films. All the whole area is a big studio, but it is also open to people for seeing how they film. And so because of all these attractions, you know how many people go there every year in Orlando? Last year they had 68 million tourists. 68 million tourists. The entire population of UK. The entire population of UK is about 65 to 66, 67 million. So we have such a large, big opportunity to preach there. And so anyway, this is how I got involved with a new project. And so I thought now I will show you what the project is like and what we are planning to do there. Would you like to see it? Okay. So we are going to show some video. This was our first program. So this is our land, 116 acres of land. Now we have a walk-through. It was done by Neha. Neha is an architect. Neha and Siddharth are a couple. Neha is the daughter of one of my disciples, Maharaj. And so it is a model that we are showing. Generally, I mean, the idea is to build a temple somewhat like Ujjain temple. We have just got at the Gaur Nitai Dechi there. We are going to have yoga retreat there, so we have yoga meditation halls, because in America yoga is very popular and we want to attract people. And these are the guest houses, but now actually we changed the plan of our guest house. Instead of making 3 guest houses, we are making 1 big building, so it will come later on. We'll have Ayurvedic clinic there. There's a Goshala. We already have, just starting, we are not having too many cows, but we have already 5 cows. So this is going to be the guest house that we are planning. Like initially we thought that we'll have 5 guest houses, but now he decided to have 3 guest houses together in one building. Hare Krishna. So that's it? Okay. Anyway, so this is just an idea. Krishna Kishore. So, we have a picture now. So a few boys are there. Come here, Krishna Kishore. Krishna Kishore is one of the boys who have been involved there from the very beginning. Although it will embarrass him, I know, but I'll tell you something. When I first went to see the land, Krishna Kishore was there and Rasananda was there. So, but you see, that was a large piece of land which was not used for 4 years. They didn't use it for 4 years. So you can well imagine what was the condition of the land. And from Krishna Kishore's face, I could see what was going on in his mind. He was thinking, my God, we have to come here. Do you want to say something about your first impression? Krishna Kishore is an IT engineer. He completed his degree in Pune, and then soon after that, although the condition was that he'll have to work for 2 years before he could join the temple, but in order to avoid working for 2 years outside, he started a coaching class with 4 other boys. And so when I saw how determined they were to join the temple, so I said, okay, you can join. And since then, Krishna Kishore became my secretary, and he had been traveling with me from But recently I got to know that due to his separation, his mother became sick. So I said, okay, I'll send him back. So now he is going to stay here. His mother and father just made a condition that he can be a devotee, no problem, but let him stay near us so that we can see him from time to time. So now we decided that Krishna Kishore will at least spend some time in India. And, okay. Yeah, you wanted to say something?
Guru Maharaj had this plan of preparing this new project. And it was going on, like Guru Maharaj was discussing with different devotees and over calls and how they want to close the deal by Radhashtami in 2017. And then finally when it happened, when Guru Maharaj took us to the land, so that was the first time we went there. So as soon as we came to the gate, there was a tree which looks like a ghost haunted tree. So we were terrified to see that, and then we went in the road. So it's like almost 400 or 500 meters, You have to go inside the road. It's within the property, but nothing comes there. Like you're just going to the forest. So we were thinking that is where we are going inside the forest. And then Guru was saying that take pictures and we'll see what this will be after 10 years. Then you can compare it. And then we went inside and we saw all these facilities, all this guest house and swimming pool and church. So then Guru Maharaj was very excited about it. And Guru Maharaj was seeing all the facility and everything. And me, Rasananda Prabhu and Asim Krupa Prabhu, we were standing and Asim Krupa Prabhu found some Bengali shark and other things there. And everyone became very happy. And still there was some confusion. The Guru Maharaj could read our minds. So Guru Maharaj came to us and he asked, so what do you feel about this project? So we all were silent. Then Guru Maharaj said, Guru Maharaj understood something and Guru Maharaj said, I am giving you 3 days. Decide, commit or quit. Then it was a little heavy. And we all were, when we applied, like forgiveness and we said, Guru Maharaj, you commit.
And how does the place look like now?
So before coming, like we went last, when we were coming last day, Guru Maharaj said that you see the human touch is so wonderful that this place is transformed like anything. Now whoever comes here, he's so impressed by how this project is developing.
Actually, many families are already planning to the head office. And what he did, the family moved into Deland. Not in our property, but they rented a house about 10 minutes drive from our property. And so mother, they are all very involved. So they're very happy to move in there. They wanted to be near a temple. And so the father goes to work for 2 weeks and works from home for 2 weeks and then goes to the head office for 1 week. And then again after 1 week he comes back. So when he goes to North Carolina to their office, the mother with the children moves into our temple. So she is very supportive, and so this is how it's happening. Like quite a few devotees have been gone from Ujjain, and so they're a big help there. And okay, over there the activities that we started, one of the main activities apart from preaching and inviting people and Sunday feast and other such occasions, on a daily basis we are supplying lunch to some offices in Orlando. There is a in Orlando, in that area, there are many offices, and we are just supplying to one office, which is an international organization. Maybe you have heard of Deloitte. It's an accounting firm, and they have a large establishment there. So we are supplying lunch in packets. And so we serve them about 7 or 8 items every day. Do you want to hear what we serve them? Okay, we serve them 2 sabjis, rice. Some days they get chapatis, some days they get puris, some days they get bhatura, some days they get naan, So this is how it changes. And the rice also, different types of rice. Lemon rice, and jeera rice, and then two sabjis. One sabji is more dry and the other sabji is with gravy. Then we serve dal and one fry. Dal also varies. Sometimes we give just regular moong dal. Some days we serve dal makhani. Then some days we serve dal fry or dal tarka. So this is how that dal preparation also keeps on varying. Vegetable preparations keeps on changing. Then we serve raita. And so this is how there are about 8 items that we get. And we are becoming very, very popular. This is, other companies are also asking us to supply. So already some prasad distribution is going on in this way. And we are preparing one van, big van, so that we can distribute free food to the homeless. In America, there is a big problem that many people don't have any home. They're just vagabonds. So government feels that that's a big problem, so we want to feed them. And so this is how one program is going on. And then preaching is going on very nicely. I just remembered one devotee from Deland is here also. That is Mohan Murari. Hare Krishna. Mohan Murari just came with me. And also Rishabhananda. Okay. So they are there in that project. And we have 6 other boys from Ujjain. So they'll be here for 1 month and then they'll go. I met your mother. She was very happy that you came back. That's one problem we have, to deal with the mothers. Naturally, the mothers want that the children should be, at least they could meet the children once in a while. And Rishabhananda, being afraid, he didn't even go to the house as yet. He said he will first finish off the Untitled chapter, then they will go to the house. Because if he goes to the house, then they will probably let him come to Ujjain. He was afraid about that. So Krishna Kishore, we got some slides. Yeah? And also, Krishna Kishore, so we are going to show some photos to give you an idea, and I can give some commentary on that. Do you want to see them? Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. This is how the hall was. You see those benches? Okay, this is the hall. Now we converted this hall into a temple room. The benches are all out, or some are on the side. So it'll sequentially, it'll come to the temple room, and you will see what the temple room is like. It's, this is the temple room. And the altar, This is Prabhupada. Prabhupada's, we have life-size Prabhupada Murti on Vyasa. Oh, is that Prabhupada? Oh, I see, I'm sorry. That was not Prabhupada. Is that Prabhupada Murti? Oh yeah, okay. Can you get close to Prabhupada? Okay, fine. It's all right, don't worry. Then one of my godbrother, Sachinandan Maharaj, visited, so here we are together. This is the kitchen. We have a commercial kitchen. In America, everything has to be licensed. You know, in order to cook in your kitchen in a big way, where you have to feed many people, you have to have the permission, and they come and they inspect and they see whether you're following the proper standard. And this is just the kitchen, and one part of the kitchen. This is the dining hall. This is kitchen. They are working in the kitchen. This is the temple room. This is okay. This is, we are actually talking to.
Office. Office.
Okay, oh yeah, right. This is the office. This Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, this is one picture with a group there, the devotees. It rains quite a lot there. So, this is a swimming pool. The size of the swimming pool is a very large swimming pool actually. 25 meters swimming pool. This is one of the cows gave birth to a baby. The mother is all white, but the calf is all black. This is Gornitaite cheese. This is before, at the beginning, before the altar actually went. But then we got an altar sent from Ujjain. This is what?
North Carolina devotees.
Yeah, no, but, oh, I see Prashadam, yeah? Okay. Yeah. These are all activities in the kitchen. This is the altar. This is one of my godbrothers. I forgot his name.
Kratu Prabhu.
Kratu Prabhu from Delhi. He was visiting. It's a temple room, devotees are dancing. Okay, it's all right. So, anyway, there are some of these pictures giving you an idea of the devotees, what we are doing there. Mind you, it's just the very beginning. I went there in March. After the GBC meeting, I went and we started the project. Krishna Kishore, you get it. Okay. So we started the project, and so now it is developing. And then we can have a kirtan. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So anyway, so this is how this project is developing, and many devotees have been very helpful. You know, the beginning, any project at the beginning is very, very stressful, very difficult, especially in those countries where the manpower is very limited. Like when I started Ujjain project, 100 devotees came from Bangladesh. I was supposed to give a seminar for 1 month in Mayapur, and 100 devotees from Bangladesh were supposed to come to the seminar. So I diverted them to Ujjain. And that is how we started the Ujjain project with 100 devotees. But to get so many devotees in America is very, very difficult. So initially, just few, like Krishna Kishore, Rasananda, there was one American disciple of mine, Soma Radhika, and then Ashim Kripa and Radharadhya went, and then came these devotees from Ujjain. We had about 8 devotees to go from Ujjain. And in a way, like, I'm fortunate to have these devotees to come. To get even 10 devotees in America is very, very difficult. And not only these devotees came forward, we got an enormous help with our planning for our master plan and others from Neha and her husband Siddharth. So they went. The initial idea was that they'll stay there for 1 month, because to do the plan, it was necessary that they see the land, and so that they get a first-hand impression of that land. So Neha and Siddharth just came, and it was a great help. They did the planning. What we have shown, all this master plan video, was actually Neha and Siddharth's creation. And not only that, Neha stayed on. Siddharth came back to India, but Neha stayed on. She stayed for 4 months. 4 months. She was supposed to be there for 1 month. She stayed on for 4 months. And finally, I had to actually force her to come back. Because I knew they have an architectural farm also. And I could understand that it would be difficult for Siddharth. And Neha was such a nice help. She not only helped in the architectural planning and designing and so forth. They were getting the plans there, and she was sending it to India. They have a group of architects, and then she would get the final product sent over there from India. And there are many things that she did. She did one model, that 116 acres of land, the way it is, the whole model is there. It's on a table, about 8 feet long model, and that shows the trees and lake and cows and all that you're seeing in the video. They're there in that model. And actually, when the city city officers came and they saw the model, they were very impressed. Because the whole presentation was so professionally done, and the credit, of course, goes to Neha for that. She gave that. Very wonderful, professional, architectural, and artistic touch to it. And yeah, another devotee who had been very helpful, who actually took a lot of responsibilities, that is Archana Devidasi. Archana was everywhere. Like, she would take care of the deities, waking up the deities, making the garlands, then watering the fruit trees, and keeping the deers away. Plus, she was taking care of the guests. I used to feel quite bad because sometimes I used to see that she was working so hard. And same with Neha also. She went there to do the architectural design, but she was spending most of her time in the kitchen helping because it needed a lot of help. We are supplying the food for 60, 70 people every day, and 8 items being cooked. So it needed, and sometimes we think of some preparations, and then we realize that, the quality is not coming out all right. So Neha would phone her mother. Like, for example, one day, I was not happy with the gulab jamun. So then Neha called her mother and got the recipe, how to make it. Then she made the gulab jamun, it became perfect. And when I say perfect, you know what it means. So she's a very good cook. And I was telling her parents yesterday that they brought up Neha in such a wonderful way. The father gave the engineering touch to her, and mother gave the kitchen expertise. So I have some gift for some of the devotees who helps Neha come over. Those who do not know her, this is Neha. Thank you so much. Some other devotees also helped in a very wonderful way. Like initially, there were many necessities, and one person who just helped financially, very remarkably, is Jadurani Devi Dasi from London. Jadurani, come over. I have a small gift for you. Jadurani had been very supportive to this project from the very beginning. Another devotee from London, he just went just to visit, and when he went there, he just fell in love with this project. And he told me that he is going to support this project to the best of his ability, and he had been doing that. Right when he was there, he gave a substantial donation, and then he started to continue with his donations. And that is Dina Krishna Das from London. Dina Krishna in London has a coaching school, and he also does motivational speaking, training people how to speak motivation. Thing about your impression of the project. Get the mic.
So, as you know, Maharaj, he takes maximum risks to do so much for Srila Prabhupada. So he doesn't, take it easy. He doesn't stay in the comfort zone. He always takes risks. So coming to America and purchasing this land, and he said, it's a lot of work and a lot of money is needed in order for it to grow and develop. So when I went there, it gave me a chance to reconnect with Guru Maharaj. Since I had children, I've been very busy in family life. But when I went there, I saw Guru Maharaj in his element, very relaxed, walking, looking at the trees, and planning and having a vision. And a leader is a personality who can have a vision, he can motivate, and he can create facilities, Guru Maharaj says. So I can see that this project is going to be revolutionary in the United States of America because of tower protection, which Guru Maharaj is very fond of, and he really wishes that it's established. Yoga retreats is a brilliant thing to do because millions of Americans are into yoga. And millions of Americans are now beginning to understand the philosophy of yoga. So Guru Maharaj personally opening up a yoga retreat on the banks of the lake is absolutely amazing. And then the prasadam distribution, I went to Deland and all these places, and the prasadam is first class, like a thali, but beautifully made, with extremely tasty preps, and I saw the feedback, and it was black, white, Asian, Chinese, so many different people were into the prasadam, so that's going to be a huge success too.
And thank you for all your help. Okay, so this is my latest offering to Srila Prabhupada. And since the name of the city there is Deland, I named this project as The Land of Krishna. And please come. Now you know Orlando's attraction is not only Disney World. Now the biggest attraction in Orlando, for Orlando, is the land of Krishna. And as Krishna Kishore just mentioned, that I wanted them to take the photographs of the land the way it was when we arrived there, so that we can see how the land is looking after 10 years. So, yes, I hope in 10 years' time that project will become a worthwhile place to visit too. Already people, I'll tell you one thing. You see, the facilities that we have is dormitory. Like one hall where many people can stay. Because this used to be a youth retreat center. So there are two buildings. One building is for boys and one building is for girls. But their sleeping arrangement is all together. There was no rooms. Yes, there is one building that has, two buildings are there. One building has 6 rooms and other one is 3-bedroom apartment, house. So, but besides that, this was our facility. And so now we had in every year I do a retreat in America. Like I do a retreat here, retreat in Mayapur, retreat in Australia, retreat in Europe. So I do a retreat in America for a week. But this year I decided not to have the retreat because I thought that in Deland we don't have enough facilities for accommodation. So when I decided to, I sent out the message. Maybe many of you have received it also in the BCH Ishtagoshti. So in that, I mentioned that this year I'm not going to have the retreat. And I started to get requests. No, Guru Maharaj, please have the retreat, don't cancel it this year. So, and I was thinking, like, we can't just invite people to come and we don't have proper facilities. And so I said that we don't have, like, facilities. All we have is 2 dormitories and they said, okay, we'll be happy just to be in the dormitory. We have been in a worse situation. One girl actually wrote to me that I will come with my tent. You don't have to worry about accommodation. And I will stay in my tent. And then some others mentioned that we'll arrange accommodation in hotels, but still have the retreat. So we did that, like we made arrangements in a hotel. Those who wanted to stay in a hotel, we arranged a hotel about 10 minutes drive from there in the city. And the others, we made arrangements like men were in one area and another building for women. And after the retreat, they were telling me that they loved the arrangement. They said, we never lived together like this in one room, so many of us. So it was like another experience. Like so many of them, just 25 of them, I think, in one area. 25 men in one area, 25 women in another area. And they were all out, just beds. And of course, toilet and bathroom facilities were there. That has 4 toilets and 4 bathrooms and 4 basins. So at one time, 12 people could use that. Anyway, so, and then they actually requested, please don't divide them into rooms. Let it be dormitories, because it's really fun to come here and live in a dormitory together with everyone. So this is how this project started, and we had a retreat. 120 devotees came from different parts of America, and they all loved it. And those who didn't come, they were repenting, oh, we should have gone. Guru Maharaj, next time we are not going to miss it. So next time probably we have to have accommodation facilities for 200. And so this is how the project started to move, and many devotees are already planning to shift there. And so thank you all very much, and please pray to Srila Prabhupada that we can successfully complete this project. Gaur Premanande. We can have a little kirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य श्रील प्रभुपाद।
परम पूज्य श्रीमद् भक्ति चारू स्वामी गुरु महाराज।